Hi everyone, I'm Lorraine from Simply English Edinburgh. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to look at 10 phrasal verbs that I have seen coming up in the CAE, that's the Cambridge Advanced exam. I've also done a video on the ones that I have seen coming up for proficiency level, so if that's something you're interested in, have a look on my channel to find it. So let's get started. The first phrasal verb is to look up to. It is a three-part phrasal verb, and this one means to have respect for someone. I look up to my parents. I look up to some sports stars as well. I have a lot of respect for these people. Many people look up to members of their community. Basically, it is showing respect for people who you consider to be role models. And that leads really nicely onto the second phrasal verb, which is to look down on. And this one means to feel superior or better than other people. I used to have a manager who looked down on her staff. It's a really negative quality. She thought she was better than us. So these ones kind of show the opposite: to look up to admire and respect, to look down on, to feel superior, and to disrespect. The next phrasal verb is to grow on a person. It sounds really strange, but if something grows on you, it means that over a period of time, you begin to like it more and more than your first impression. Now, this is definitely my case always with new music. I hear a song and I don't like it that much, and then the song grows on me, meaning over time I begin to like it more and more. And I can definitely say the same for food. I think a lot of you would agree that you probably didn't really enjoy maybe your first ever beer or glass of red wine, but these are foods perhaps that grow on you over time. You get to like them more and more. The next phrasal verb is to turn down. Now, we all know the meaning of turn down, meaning to decrease the volume. However, today we're going to look at turn down with the meaning of politely reject something. So if you were offered a job, for example, but you're not quite happy with the terms, with the conditions, with the pay, etc., maybe you turn down the job. You politely decline. You refuse it. We would also say the same with a date. For example, someone asks you for a drink or for food. You're not romantically interested in that person, but you want to be polite, so you turn down that person. The next phrasal verb today is to chip in for something. I think this is a great phrasal verb. It's really useful. It means that everybody puts a little bit of money towards something. It doesn't necessarily have to be in equal amounts, but it means everybody pays towards the cost. So in my group of friends, if it is a birthday or an occasion for a member of the group, everyone else in the group of friends would chip in for the gift or chip in for a voucher. Everybody pays a little bit, basically. So I think that's a really good phrasal verb. I've seen this one coming up quite often in Use of English Part 1, but I do also think it's something you can use in the speaking or in the writing part as well. The next phrasal verb today is to make up for, and this one means to compensate for perhaps some previously bad behaviour maybe, or for a mistake which you have made. Now, in the last example, we said that we chipped in for the gift. Imagine if we had forgotten to buy a gift for one of our friends. We feel bad about that. So maybe we can take our friend for lunch to make up for forgetting her birthday. So basically, you're doing an action to compensate for your error or for your mistake. A lot of people buy flowers to make up for missing an occasion, missing a birthday, or things like that. The next phrasal verb, one of my favourites because I feel like I use it a lot in my own life, and it is one that I've seen coming up again in Use of English, particularly parts 1 and 2, and it is to get round to. And I've done a video previously on this phrasal verb specifically. Get round to means to make or create the time to do something. So if I say, I'm really sorry I didn't get round to correcting your work, it means I didn't have the time or I didn't create enough time in my schedule to do that. I feel like there are many things in life that we don't get round to. We have very good intentions, but we don't necessarily have the time to do them, or make the time, perhaps. The next phrasal verb is to drift apart. And this one basically means that you are moving in a different direction from someone who perhaps you were previously close to. So people, for instance, who you were friendly with when you were a child or going to school, perhaps as you grow up, maybe you drift apart, meaning you move in different directions in life, you do different things or move to different countries, and you are no longer as close as a result. You drift apart. There was no problem in your relationship, but just you went on different paths. And I think that is something that probably technology is helping us with, that we tend not to drift apart from those who we are closest to, thanks to certain social medias and technology. The ninth phrasal verb today is to fall through, and this one basically means that a plan doesn't happen for whatever particular reason. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was called off or it was postponed, put off, but just that it never happened for whatever reason, you know. So it's that kind of plan that you're always talking about with your friends, but you never really set a date on it and it just doesn't happen. So someone says, oh, I thought we were going to do that. Yeah, the plan fell through. It just didn't happen. Nobody really knows why, but there were no concrete details set, and therefore it just didn't happen. It's life, isn't it? And the 10th and final phrasal verb today is to face up to. And this one basically means to try to tackle or to deal with a problem head on without trying to avoid it in any particular way. So at some point in life, maybe you need to face up to problems that you're having. Maybe people need to face up to their debt, or they need to face up to an unpleasant task, maybe that they didn't necessarily want to do, they were hoping to avoid, but face up to it means to tackle it, to go for it, and to try to resolve it. So I hope you found those phrasal verbs interesting. If you have any questions about them, please let me know in the comments section below. And again, as always, if you would like more videos like this, let me know, and please like, subscribe and share with your friends.